Hey everybody, Jacqueline here, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on why it's really important to invest in a pair of SPD clip shoes to use on your indoor cycle. So if you've got your foot clipped in properly, the natural position of the shoe, if I put it flat, you can see the shoe toes up. But when you're on your spin bike and you have the clip-in shoes, as soon as you start to pedal, you're going to pedal in the right position, which is, even if you're wearing running shoes and you don't want to go out and invest in a pair of indoor cycling shoes, it's really important that you're leading with the ball of your foot. So I always compare it to, and you've heard me say this if you've watched previous videos, to wiping doggy doos off the ball of your foot, so off your shoe. So imagine you've got your running shoe and you step in some dog doo and you're trying to wipe it off. That is the exact position that your foot is in. And then also, if you are a pointer, and I see it in classes very often, people tend to, even with the shoes on, and I'm guilty of it myself, we tend to point a lot. So you want to try and really focus on leading with the ball of the foot, especially if you're in a running shoe. You're going to be even more tempted to do that. So really good investment is the shoes, and you can get them from about $80 and up. Make sure that you get them attached with the SPD clips, especially if you have a Kaiser bike. The Kaiser bike has that clip that this goes into, and it takes a bit of getting used to, but definitely worth the buck. So that's my position on using the shoes. Now, as far as form and technique goes, I talked about doing the wiping the doggy doos off, and then in the video following, I'm going to talk about actually working that on the bike. So working quads, hamstrings, push and pulling, and being really aware of it. And what I don't discuss in this particular video are the drills that you can do. So that's coming at you. Okay, so I hope you enjoy what's coming and you get something out of it, at least a little bit. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. If you're enjoying my content, please hit the subscribe button. And I'd really appreciate and the notification so that you get notification every time I post something. Thanks so much. Bye. So I'm pedaling away here, and I have my form such that in my cycle cleats, I'm leading with the ball of my foot. So first of all, when you buy a set of cycle cleats, you will naturally be leading with the ball of your foot. You want to imagine that you're wiping doggy doos off the sole of your foot, and that is how you have proper form cycling. So it's quite easy, but many times you will still get the pointers out there. You will still get the flexors out there. And you will still get the people that actually rotate their ankles. So to avoid any kind of foot injury, you want to make sure that you are keeping those feet properly aligned and that you're imagining that you're wiping the doggy doos off the sole of your feet. And you're push and pulling. So that gets into the hip flexors a bit, but you don't always just push down, you're actually pulling up. So now I'm going to get out of my seat as well so that you can see. I'm just going to put my resistance up, and as I get out of the seat, you can see that I'm push, pull, push, pull. So as I'm going around, I'm pushing, and as I'm coming back, I'm pulling. So it's quite natural. It doesn't mean you have to push, pull, push, pull. Just kind of think about it as you're doing it, and it will come naturally. Now, if you're pointing a lot, you're going to get overdevelopment of the calves. Your Achilles is going to get super tight. You're also working the quads quite a bit. If you're flexing too much, your tibialis anterior are going to get very much developed, and not so much the calves. And there's a lot of power that comes out of the calves. So you want to keep that neutral foot as you're cycling. And there you have it. I hope that's helped a little bit. Now, if you are wearing running shoes inside the baskets, it's much easier to point, flex, and rotate because you don't have that natural shape of the shoe. The shoe is rigid in its shape, and it naturally helps you in that proper form. But you still can do the others. But if you're wearing a running shoe, your tendency might be really to point a lot, or to flex, or to rotate. I just want you to think it's the same idea. You lead with the ball of your foot. And as you go around, you push, pull, push, pull. I hope that helped you guys.